Hey, y'all, picture this. A dive bar called the Rusty Anchor, sitting like a bad bruise on the edge of Blackwater, Alabama, where the road just kind of gives up and fades into swampy darkness. It's the kind of place where the air is thick with cigarette smoke, cheap bourbon, and the stench of bad choices, where the jukebox coughs up old Waylon Jennings tunes, and the locals know better than to make eye contact with the wrong crowd. That's where I found myself one muggy Thursday night, walking into a den of wolves with a chip on my shoulder and a ghost in my heart. My name's Lena Carter, ex-Army, 3 tours in Iraq, and I wasn't there for the whiskey. I was hunting a man who'd burned my world to ash. 7 years ago, in a dusty hellhole outside Baghdad, my squad got ambushed bad. My fiancé, Jack, took a bullet trying to save me, and I held him as the light left his eyes, his last words choking on my name. The official report called it bad intel, but I knew better. Someone sold us out, and that someone was Major Tom Kessler, RCO, who vanished into the night with blood money in his pocket. For 7 years, I tracked him every lead, every whisper, every dead end until a tip landed me here, in Blackwater, where Kessler was cozying up with a biker gang called the Black Vipers. I stepped into the Rusty Anchor, boots hitting the creaky floor, feeling every eye in the place size me up like I was fresh meat. I'm mid-30s, built like I can still run a 6-minute mile, with a faded army tattoo on my forearm that I kept hidden under a leather jacket. The bar was a mix of truckers nursing beers and vipers lounging in a corner booth, their leather vests flashing snake patches like a warning sign. I slid onto a bar stool, ordered a bourbon neat, and caught the bartender's eye kid named Nate, maybe 22, with a nervous twitch and a name tag that looked like it was holding on for dear life. "You sure you're in the right place, ma'am?" he whispered, pouring my drink with shaky hands. I just smirked. "Nate, I'm exactly where I need to be." The Viper's leader, Big Ray Calhoun, was watching me from that booth, a mountain of a man with a gray beard and eyes like a rattlesnake's gold, sharp, and waiting for a reason to strike. He wasn't the only one. A Viper named Bulldog Big Gut, bigger ego sauntered over, reeking of beer and motor oil. "Well, look at this," he sneered, leaning too close. "You lost, darling. This ain't no place for your kind." I sipped my bourbon, slow, letting him stew. "Funny, I was about to say the same to you." The bar went quiet, like someone hit pause on the world. Bulldog's face turned red, and he grabbed my jacket, ripping the sleeve me tattoo, flashed like a neon sign. "Well, damn," he laughed, ugly. "We got ourselves a soldier girl." Before he could say more, Ray's voice cut through, low and mean. "Bulldog, back off. Let's see what she's made of." That's when it got real. Ray didn't just want me gone, he wanted me broken. He laid out the deal. Survive 3 fights, no weapons, no mercy, or Nate, who'd been too kind for his own good, gets a bullet. I glanced at Nate, tied up in the back, his face bruised but his eyes screaming defiance. I nodded. "Let's do this." First up was a kid they called Twitch, all wiry muscle and cocky grin. He came at me like a tornado, swinging wild. I ducked, used his momentum, and dropped him with a clean elbow to the temple out cold in 10 seconds. The crowd didn't like that. Next was Tank, a grizzly bear of a man who'd never lost a brawl. He moved slow but hit like a freight train, catching me in the ribs so hard I saw stars. I grabbed a spilled beer bottle, screw the rules, and smashed it over his head, then choked him out while he roared. By now, the Vipers were losing their minds, betting against me, screaming for blood. The last fighter was Crow, a lean, scarred bastard with a smile like a switchblade. He knew my story, knew about Jack, knew how to twist the knife. He screamed your name, didn't he, Lena? Begging for you while he bled out. I saw red, lunged, and played right into his trap. His boot caught my stomach, dropping me hard. But grief's a hell of a fuel. I grabbed his leg, twisted till it snapped, and didn't stop swinging till he was a heap on the floor. The bar was silent, except for Ray's slow clap. "Well, damn, soldier girl," he said, sliding a whiskey my way. "You've earned a chat." That's when it unraveled. Ray spilled the truth. Kessler was here, hiding with the Vipers, part of a network smuggling stolen military gear from Iraq to the States. But Kessler had double-crossed them, skimmed in cash, and now Ray was planning to auction him to the highest bidder cartels, mercenaries, you name it. Before I could process it, the door crashed open. Kessler stumbled in, zip-tied, bloody, drag in 2 vipers with him. I called the feds. He spat. Gave him everything, your whole damn operation. Ray's face went white. Then he raised his gun, not at Kessler, but at me. You're with him, ain't you? I didn't get to answer. The lights cut out, red emergency glow kicking in, and outside, black SUVs screamed into the lot. Feds. Ray turned the gun on himself, and the shot rang out like a death knell. 6 months later, I'm sitting in a D.C. courthouse, watching Kessler testify about the shadow network defense contractors, dirty officers, and gangs like the Vipers, moving weapons for profit while soldiers died. He got 20 years, a plea deal for spilling it all. Nate's there too, cleaned up, testifying about his brother, killed for a skin, too many questions. Me? I'm still figuring out what's next. 7 years of hunting a ghost left me hollow, but expos in this mess, it's a start. Maybe I'll join the feds, fight the system from inside. Maybe I'll just keep walking till I find a new purpose. So, what would you do if the system screwed you over, left you with nothing but ghosts and rage? Would you hunt him down, like I did, or let him haunt you forever? Drop a comment. Tell me your take. Where's the line between justice and revenge? Hit that like button if this hit you hard, and subscribe for more stories that cut deep. I'll see y'all in the next one.